Tired of staring longingly at pictures of exotic destinations, wishing you could be lounging on a tropical beach or exploring vibrant cities? I know, it hits hard, doesn't it? The cost of vacations often makes them feel like distant dreams, especially when trapped in the cycle of work and bills. But what if I told you there's a way to break free from this cycle? A way to enjoy those dreamy getaways without constantly worrying about draining your bank account, and you can do it every year. That's right. In today's video, we will show you 6 stocks that will provide you and John a consistent stream of income that can fund your holidays year after year. We'll show you the stocks in a way where each one is better than the last, offering even more luxurious vacations. Plus, we'll reveal a stock that'll pay you over $100,000 every year. In the end, we'll show you a portfolio of stocks that can pay you upwards of $15,000 every year with almost zero risk, and a cozy 2-week trip from the first year, perhaps an exotic Bali retreat, exploring Fiji's paradise for a mix of relaxation and adventure. John really wanted a vacation with his girlfriend Nora, so he saved up $10,000, but if he spends all of it, he can't save for more vacations later. So he's looking into buying special stocks that can give him dividends every year. John's big idea is to never save money just for vacations again. He plans to use the dividends he earns from his investments to fund his first vacation and then let it grow over the next 10 years so he can afford vacations every year after that. He'll start by putting $10,000 into these stocks and then let it grow enough to pay for his holidays every year. The first pick on John's list is Lockheed Martin Corporation. Lockheed Martin Corporation, often called LMT, has been in the game since 1995 when 2 companies joined hands. They're a heavyweight in making crucial things like military planes, missiles, and satellites that countries need to stay safe. And for the investors, they've been consistently paying dividends for 27 years straight. Here's another thing, Lockheed Martin is not just giving dividends, they're also boosting them. For almost 2 decades, they've been raising their dividend game. Lately, they're making more money, their order book is jam-packed, and they're dealing well with challenges. It's like they're acing the game and still finding ways to grow. Though the current dividend yield of 2.67% looks low, it offers a very respectable 10-year dividend growth rate of 10.24%. Based on this, if John invests $10,000 today, by the end of the year, he would have earned $1,024 in dividends. With this, John and Nora can plan a nice weekend getaway or explore nearby attractions. But what if John can wait for 10 years? If John can wait a decade and let his investment grow by reinvesting dividends, his initial investment after 10 years will be worth $27,486, paying him an annual dividend of $2,924. This means from here on, John can have an extra $2,924 every year for his holidays. With the extra income, John and his girlfriend can enjoy a week-long beach vacation or a short city exploration trip, including flights, hotels, meals, and fun activities. A simple but enjoyable vacation. Next on the list is Automatic Data Processing Incorporated. Known by the ticker symbol ADP, this company has been giving back to its shareholders through dividends since 1974. They're in the business of IT services and consulting. The stock has a current dividend yield of 1.99%, which is quite nice compared to others in their industry. But even better, they have a 10-year dividend growth rate of 12.29%. This means if John invests $10,000 today, by the end of the year, John will earn $1,229 in dividends. With over $1,200 in dividends, John and his girlfriend can plan a modest week-long vacation with decent accommodations and enjoyable activities, but it gets better from here. After 10 years with reinvestment, his investment will be worth $33,551, paying him an annual dividend of $4,317. With this budget, John and his partner can upgrade their vacation to a 10-day beach resort stay or a week-long city adventure, including flights, accommodation, meals, and activities. Now, to figure out if ADP is a good investment when it comes to dividends, let's dive into a bit more detail. They've been growing their dividends quite well, with a 13.8% increase each year over the last 5 years. This shows they're dedicated to giving more back to their investors. When checking their dividend strength, we look at two important things: how much they're paying out compared to how much they're earning, and how sustainable their dividends are. If a company can't afford its dividends, it might not be a good deal for investors. In the case of ADP, they're doing pretty well. Their dividend strength is in the middle, which means they're in a decent position to keep paying out dividends. Next on the list is AbbVie Incorporated. Known by the ticker symbol ABBV, this company's been giving consecutive increasing dividends back to its investors since 2013. They're in the pharmaceuticals business, making medicines. Currently, their shares have a dividend yield of about 3.89%, which is quite nice compared to other companies in their field. But for long-term investors like John, it promises a very good 10-year dividend growth rate of 17.16%. Based on this, John's investment of $10,000 will pay him an annual dividend of $1,717. With over $1,700 in dividends, John and Nora can enjoy a comfortable week-long vacation with quality accommodations and memorable experiences. But it gets very exciting when John waits for 10 years. In a decade, John's investment of $10,000 will be worth $53,667, paying him an annual regular dividend of $8,300. John can use that annual dividend for a lavish vacation, perhaps a week-long cruise with fare, cabin, activities, meals, and excursions included, an unforgettable getaway. The question is, why is ABBV doing so well in the market? They have this medicine called Humira, which was a big hit, but its special rights expired and some worried about how this might affect the company. However, AbbVie has a history of doing well even when things change. They've had a reputation for increasing their dividends every year for a long time. Over the last 10 years, they've raised their payouts by a massive 270%. That's pretty impressive. What's even better is they have a good amount of money coming in. They made around $23.5 billion in the past year, which is a lot. This shows they're in a strong position to keep sharing profits with investors even if their earnings go down a bit. Next on the list is Texas Instruments Incorporated. Known by the ticker symbol TXN, this company has been giving dividends to its shareholders since 1973. They're in the business of making important stuff like semiconductors. Currently, the stock has a dividend yield of 2.98%, but for the long run, it also offers a very good 10-year dividend growth rate of 17.6%. Which means John's $10,000 investment after 1 year will pay him an annual dividend of $1,760. With this dividend, John and his girlfriend can enjoy a cozy cabin retreat in a scenic location. Now, if John waits for 10 years, his $10,000 investment will grow to $55,978, paying him an annual dividend of $10,522 for his holidays. This budget allows for a lavish week-long tropical resort vacation, including a deluxe beachfront room, gourmet meals, spa, activities, and shopping. Now, let's see what makes Texas Instruments special. They've been growing their dividends at a good rate with an average increase of about 17.2% each year over the past 5 years. This means they're committed to giving back more to their investors. When it comes to how strong they are financially, they seem to be in a good spot. They have a solid dividend strength, which shows they're managing their money well and can keep paying dividends even if things change a bit. This is a company that's been around for a while, sharing profits with investors for many years. Their ability to manage their finances and keep increasing dividends makes them an interesting choice for those looking to invest in stocks that offer a steady income. Now we're moving on to the luxurious holidays. Next on the list is Tractor Supply Company. Also known by the ticker TSCO, this is a company that could be a great pick for people who want reliable dividends that grow. With a compound 10-year annual growth rate of 24.67%, this stock can pay John $2,467 on his $10,000 investment from the first year, which means John and Nora can have an exciting international vacation right from the start. But it gets even more exciting if John waits for 10 years. His initial investment of $10,000 will balloon to $109,563, paying him an annual dividend of $23,325. This budget allows John and his girlfriend to go on a thrilling multi-country adventure, including flights, quality stays, gourmet dining, and even a hot air balloon ride. Tractor Supply is in the business of providing rural lifestyle products. They sell livestock feed, pet food, and more. They've been doing well, even though some analysts worry about their recent sales and the weather affecting their business. One of the good things about Tractor Supply Company is that it's not too expensive compared to other stocks. Many stocks are pricey right now, but Tractor Supply's price is reasonable. This makes it a good choice if you want to be careful with your money. What's interesting is that they're not just giving dividends, but they're also buying back their own stock. This shows they believe in their own business and want to give back to their investors. Lastly, John's top pick for his investment is Broadcom Incorporated. Known by the ticker symbol AVGO, this company has been around for a while and is a big player in the tech world. They create important things like chips and software that businesses use. Their products are used in smartphones and data centers, industries that are in heavy demand. This explains its impressive 10-year dividend growth rate of 37.71%. Before showing you what kind of income or holiday John and his girlfriend can expect, let's find out why it's our top pick. AVGO has been giving back to its shareholders through dividends since 2010. That's a good sign that they're committed to sharing their profits with the people who invest in their company. They've been growing steadily and make a good amount of money. They've been smart about managing their money, which has helped them stay strong even when things were tough. One interesting thing is that they're not just about chips anymore. They've expanded into making software too. They've also made some big deals to buy other companies, which could help them make even more money. While it can be volatile at times, worry not, because soon after this stock, we'll show you a portfolio that'll be risk-free and still pay high dividends. So how much would John earn from this stock, and what kind of holiday can he enjoy? Based on a 10-year dividend growth rate of 37.71%, AVGO can pay John up to $3,770 from the first year. This means international vacation with luxury hotels, dining, and breathtaking destinations from the first year. But the real fun starts after 10 years, where John's initial investment of $10,000 will be worth $367,332, paying him a massive annual dividend of $111,147. With this annual dividend, John and Nora can enjoy an extravagant vacation, a private tropical island villa, chef-prepared meals, spa, yacht trips, and guided tours. However, there are some things to consider. The company has taken on a bit of debt to fund its plans, which could be a risk. Also, changes in things like interest rates and inflation could affect their profits. But John does not want to miss this luxurious trip, so what should he do? We got you covered. For this, you can build a portfolio that can take advantage of the high yields, still pay for expensive trips, and not worry about risk factors. We know Lockheed Martin pays a 10-year dividend yield of 10.24%, ADP with 12.29%, ABBV has 17.16%, TXN has 17.6%, Tractor Supply Company has 24.67%, and lastly Broadcom with a 10-year dividend yield of 37.71%. If you add all these rates and divide it by 6, we'll get our portfolio return, which in John's case is 19.95%. Based on this, John can earn $1,995 in dividends after the first year. Knowing John and Nora, they'll probably consider a Costa Rican eco-adventure with rainforests, wildlife, ziplining, and beautiful beaches for their rewarding vacation. And in the long run, John's initial investment of $10,000 after 10 years would be worth $70,065, paying him an annual dividend of $15,059. With an annual dividend of over $15,000, John and Nora can enjoy a vacation they'll never forget. They could opt for an exotic Bali retreat, a romantic European escape, a cultural journey of Japan, or they could explore Fiji's paradise, witness African wildlife, or hop between Greek islands for a mix of relaxation and adventure, ensuring a beautiful and rewarding holiday. This video was about stocks that'll pay for your holidays every year, but maybe you want your investment to pay for your rent and luxurious lifestyle. For this, watch our video on 6 monthly paying REITs that'll pay your rent.